Alright, what's up guys? We are going to do a coin roll hunt. What we have here is $10 in quarters, $10 in dimes, $10 in nickels, and $10 in pennies. Got some that are customer wrapped, but the majority of these are machine wrapped. So yeah, we will get to it. We'll go ahead and open the first one live for you guys. We got quarters. See if we can find anything. Alright. So I'm not seeing any silver. So I'm going to just kind of scavenge through these. I'll let y'all know if we find like a 2009 or a 2019 or 2020 W. That's kind of what we're looking for. We're kind of stacking those up as low mintage coins. But I don't believe we have any silver. So yeah, I'll let y'all know if we find anything. Alright guys, we got our first find. It's a 2009 Guam quarter. In case you're wondering why I'm stacking up 2009s, that was a low mintage year for all the coins because of the economy crash that happened in 2008, and everyone was bringing their coins back to the banks. So this one's out of, with the Guam on it, and it is out of Denver. So we will add that to our 2009 collection, and we still got all these to go through. I'll let y'all know if we find anything else. Alright guys, so I went through all the quarters, and that is all I found was this 2009 Guam quarter. So we're going to move on to the dimes. We'll open our first roll live for you guys. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed, but yeah. We'll just kind of see if we have any silver. If I don't see any silver right away, we'll pause the video and go through them and let y'all know if we find anything. I'm not seeing any silver. However, there's a thick one that kind of stands out. It might be a proof. I'm going to go ahead and look at that one real quick. It's not a proof, just a 2005 P. So I'm going to go ahead and go through these, see if we have any 2009s. Alright guys, so there was nothing in that first roll of dimes. I'm going to go ahead and rip open this next dime roll and see if we see any silver. I'm not seeing anything that looks silver so far, so go ahead and pause the video again and I'll let y'all know if we find anything. Alright guys, so we didn't find anything in the dimes, no silver, no 2009, so we're going to move on to these nickels. I'm going to let y'all know if we find anything. Alright guys, we didn't find anything in the nickels, so we're going to go on to the pennies. We're going to start with the customer wrap rolls, and yeah, I'll let y'all know if we find anything. Alright guys, very first roll, we got a 1970 S. I like to collect all the S mint marks because they are harder to find, lower mintage on them. At least all the copper S mint marks. And I also stack the copper in its own separate way, but as far as collecting, I collect the S mint marks on the copper as well as the wheat cents in 2009. So we're going to keep looking and see if we find anything. Alright guys, next find, we got a 1959. This is essentially just going to go back with my copper, but I just thought I'd show it off just because it's a 59, the very first year they made the memorial cent. And I did check the back to make sure it's a memorial. If you were to ever find a 59 that has a wheat back, that's going to be worth some money. But anyways, it's just going to go in with the rest of my copper, which Also found another copper 78, but at the end of the day, we'll show y'all how much copper we ended up getting, because I'm really not going to show off too much of the copper unless I find a 59, just because they're unique in the fact that it's still from the 50s and it's the very first memorial cent. We still got all these to go through, see if we find anything else. All right, we're a few rolls in and we found our first 2009. Let's see what we got. This is him at the White House, Abraham Lincoln. I don't know the names of all the different designs. I just know there's 4 different designs based on Abraham Lincoln's life. This is one of them. So yeah, glad to have that. We'll add it to the collection and keep on hunting. All right, guys. So I just went through all the customer wrap rolls. This is how much copper we got. Not a whole lot. And we got our 2009. And we got our 1970s. So no wheat cents. And a lot of them customer wrap rolls didn't have nothing. No copper or anything. So I believe a lot of them has already been gone through with no copper in them or anything. But we still got all these machine wrap rolls. We're going to get through them and see if we find anything. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys. Well, a few rolls into the machine wrap rolls. Haven't found any collectibles yet out of those ones, but we are starting to stack some copper. So we will take it. All right, guys. A few more rolls in. We got another 2009. Haven't flipped it over yet. So we'll see which one we got. It's different from the other one, so we'll add it to this one. There's 4 different designs based on Abraham Lincoln's life. I don't know the names of each design, but I do know they are collectible and they're low mintage. All the 2009s, dimes, quarters, pennies, they're all low mintage, so I hang on to all of them. So anyways, we'll look at the copper stack we got so far. These are in stacks of 10. So we got 10, 20, 30. Plus 6, got 36 coppers. So we'll keep on searching, see what else we can find. All right, guys, so down to my last roll. Not seeing any Wheaties, but we'll go ahead and just show y'all the wrap up. This is all the coppers we got so far. Each of these is stacks of 10, so there's 70 pennies of copper. We'll take it. And we got the 2009 pennies. We got the 1970s. And we got the 2009 Guam penny out of Denver. We'll take it. Not a whole lot, but like I said, we got some copper. I'll take that over any day. You know, it adds up. Triple times face, that's what it's going for on eBay. So, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. We'll keep hunting. Keep searching them coins. You never know what you're going to find.